Hey game makers! So aside from that one video where I was all sad 'cause life, I generally don't talk about myself much. This is more or less because of the kind of content I do. I've never really felt it was appropriate to self-insert my life drama into an RPG Maker tutorial or demo video. Random stories are one thing, but I've never really felt like discussing myself as a person or my life really had a place here. Just felt weird to me. Unfortunately, there are times where I really should do that. When I got all depressy before, it ate at me every day that I was too scared to really say anything to you guys about it. And I don't want to deal with that kind of stress again. Now, that whole thing wasn't really caused by YouTube or anything like that. It was more like the people closest to me and their reaction to me doing YouTube that made me kind of end up like that. It really threw me into a circle that was hard to escape from. But this video isn't about that. I've long since learned from that experience and was able to form better relationships with all the people involved, so no worries there. So let's try a new kind of stress and get creepily personal here. For the time being, I'll be going on an internet hiatus. I might pop in on Twitter occasionally, but for the most part, updates from me will pretty much be gone for an indefinite amount of time. I will still be continuing work on EM2. I've got no plans to outright stop that project, and in all honesty, having games and projects to work on is like my happy place. So the progress might be slowed or stalled for some time, but I've got no intentions of stopping a long-running project I'm already halfway through. Just maybe posting text updates on my website, or anything significant or interesting instead of devlogs. The reason for all this is because at the end of February, my husband and programmer guy, Sally Anifo, and I will hopefully be welcoming our baby daughter into the world. Which is exciting! And terrifying. Mostly terrifying, but exciting! I don't want to get all detailed here. It feels weird enough for me to be talking about this as is. Starting a family together is something we've had in mind for years, but turned into something that we didn't think was going to happen, and then it did. Actually, the reason I started working on EM2, despite constantly telling people I probably wouldn't, was because it seemed so unlikely. I was like, well, better have something to do to take my mind off this. This is all very new for me. While I have an idea of what to expect on a logical level, there are just things you can't understand or work out until you've experienced them. So for the next while, I'll be setting game dev stuff on the back burner while I focus on my tiny human project. As far as other future plans go, I went over stuff in part 1. So if for whatever reason you're watching part 2 first, I'd recommend checking that one out as well if you want to hear my full thought process. If for whatever reason you desperately need to get a hold of me right away for some important reason, both Sally Anifo and Valencia Games are cool with messaging them via Twitter, and they'll pass along anything important or crucial to me, because they're super awesome that way. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Talking about this kind of thing is just super uncomfortable for me. I'm generally very shy and dismissive when I'm talking about myself, and I'm pretty disinterested in posting personal stuff on social media in general. So going online and being all, I'ma have a baby now is just so far out of my comfort zone. But if I'm planning on disappearing again, those of you who continue to watch the videos I post and follow me deserve to know why. I appreciate any understanding you can give me, and I look forward to a time where we can do fun RM things together again. Thanks for watching, and here's to the future, gamers!